Hi, today we are going to discuss about the load run installation. Okay, to install HP Load Runner, you have to download the installation package or installation extent in the local directory. Once you confirm that you met the system requirement for installing HP Load Runner, go ahead and click the Setup Extent file to begin. As noted in the installation guide, there are various, there are various components HP load runner, the controller, analysis, load generator, and and they don't all need to be installed on the same system. Another server. C. After completing the installation process, you need to install the patch 1 for the various of HP. Go to the HP load runner patches folder and you'll see the various patches that are available for the various components of the runner. Additional details on the patches are listed, but the general is that exe file for the various patches. Okay, so load runner installation. We will discuss the load runner architecture, hardware installation, and lastly, the where to install the load runner. Okay, by the way, um, what is the load runner? What is load runner? Okay, so load runner tool for performance testing stresses your application to isolate and identify potential client, network, and server bottleneck. So what is load runner architecture? So in this video, we will discuss the load runner architecture. First of all, load runner PU generator, load runner controller, load runner generator, lastly the load runner analysis. Okay, load runner generator, a virtual user generator or call it PUGen, records PUser or virtual user script that emulate the step of real users using the application. Load runner controller. The controller is the machine you designate to manage and maintain your scenarios. The controller allows you to control all the virtual users for the scenario from a single zone. Okay, load runner generator. When you execute a scenario, the controller distributes its users in the scenario to a load generator. So the load generator is the machine that executes the user script, enabling the B user to emulate the action of a human user. Lastly, the load runner analysis. V-user scripts include functions that measure and record system performance during load testing sessions. During a scenario run, you can monitor the network and server sources. For the following a scenario run, you can view performance analysis data and reports. Okay, let's discuss about load runner, how it works. Okay, number one. Okay, the controller is a central console from which the load test is managed and monitored. So the load runner controller controls the execution of performance test. It has a user interface which allows various aspects of the test to be set up, including the number of V users, the script to be run by each V users, and the duration of the test. Next. So the load runner generators, um, the load runner tools to test performance of an IT system by simulating the actions of multiple simultaneous users, which generates load on the system, and then measuring the time the system takes to respond to user command. Generally, as the load increases, the system is slows down, and the response time increases. Okay, so thousands of virtual user performance a real life transaction on a system to emulate production traffic. Next is the real-time monitors. Real-time monitors capture performance data across all tiers, servers, and network resources and display information on the controller. So the monitor ensures that you have up-to-date information about your application is operating under operating performance test. By analyzing performance data for your system over multiple performance tests, so you can define a baseline that is a range measurements that represent acceptable performance under typical operating condition. So the baseline provides a reference point which makes it easier to identify problems when they occur. Okay. So lastly is the load runner analysis. So load runner analysis results are stored in the database repository, allowing users to generate reports, performance analysis. So load runner analysis lets you analyze the performance test data offline from any computer on which analysis hold. You can use analysis to generate various graph views, okay, merge graphs, drill down within graphs, change zoom level and granul granularity, granularity, and so forth. So next is these are the hardware requirements for the installation. Okay, you can see on the screen the operating system. There are two. I think you can see that there are many platforms that can run the load runner. Load runner. So it can be Windows based or Unix or even Linux. So we notice that the Unix you are using will use Unix or Linux. The minimum requirements is uh, lower than the minimum requirement for the Windows base. Okay, so that is the hardware requirement. So for us to be able to install or run the application or the load runner, we have to meet the requirements. If we don't have this hardware or if we are not able to provide the system requirement, so it means we will not be able to install the load runner. Okay, So let's proceed to the installation. Okay. Installing VUgen. Install a VUgen on a PC that has access to the application to be scripted. Verify that the PC hosting VUgen can open the application to confirm proper setup. So we have to ensure that the PC where VUgen will be installed has access to the script program. Otherwise, testing will be impossible. So to validate that the necessary setup is completed, you have to open the application. Okay. Next is the installing the controller or load runner controller. So install the controller on a PC with with connectivity to the load generators. So HP must provide host ID number. The load runner license key controls number of types and types of virtual users, types of monitors that can be used over. So what does it mean install the controller on a PC with connectivity? So it means that controller should be able to communicate with the load runner control. That if it is separate machine or separate server, um, should have a connection, or we can say it can reach both ends. Can communicate uh, using network. So next, installing load generators. So in installing load generators, install load generator wherever real user access the test. Install the load generator as load runner agents. A scenario can use one or more load generators. So only one controller can be used, a load generator at a time. Load generator needs connectivity to both controller and the AUT. AUT means application under test. So install the load generator software on the host machine. So installing load generators to reflect customer base. If possible, install load generators wherever you have a significant base. So lastly, analysis. So installing analysis, you can install load runner analysis anywhere, provided that the controller has connectivity to the load runner analysis machine. So it means that you can install the load runner analysis on a separate machine or any machine that mm, make make sure that it has connectivity. It means that the controller has an access or direct access or connection to the analysis machine. Okay, so load runner step-by-step installation to show you what's changed each machine on which you are installing load runner requires administration stage. So what does it mean? So when we are going to install the load runner, we have to make sure that there is administrative privilege to the machine, so we will be able to install. So in here we will see, you can see, or we can see that the installer, or uh, we can see on the screen that load runner has a full installation setup or full setup, or separately you can install separately the Eugen, the analysis, the load runner. if you want to install in different, in this case, uh, just pick the installer and then next, and then you have to click agree, okay, and then next, and then you have to fill out your name and organization information, next, and then this is you can accept the default installation folder, or you can change it something else. If you have enough space to drive C, like what the uh, shown have shown in the requirements, so you can install. But you can install even drive D if you have drive D and then have enough space there. So just click browse, and then you can use the same path, but change you just have to change the drive. Okay, that's it. So installation, just that's the end of